Hey man, you ever look into flat earth?
There's the three islands. One, two, three. There's the land. And again, land beyond.
Okay, I wanted to prove that there was land beyond these islands, these three islands north of me from Pine Island. One of the closest ones is, I call it Sheephead Island, but it's actually called Sheephead Key on my navigation maps. But from Pine Island, Sheephead Key is approximately 4.5 miles away. And this is the funny thing, is I used to fish right by that island all the time. Um, don't want to give away my fishing spot, but that is one of the uh, best places for catching redfish. um, so, again, I'm very familiar with this area, and that's why I knew that there was land up there. And, here's me filming it from a long distance away on a good, clear, visible day. And yes, there is some distortion out there. You cannot get away from that distortion at long distances at such a sharp angular resolution. And of course, we have weather conditions that causes this distortion along with the angle of light. A lot of people might disagree with me on the angle of light, but it does have something to do with it. But what I did was yesterday, me and Cassidy from Rethinking It All, we took my boat and we went up that way so I could try to find the right angle um, in reference to where we would be. I would be in between Pine Island and these islands that I'm filming. Now, you're at a completely different perspective. Everything looks completely different. Things are closer. So again, we're at a totally different uh, resolution, different angle. Um, so it's not exactly, but look at here. I'm even catching the Chassahowiska channel markers by that island. And it's probably beyond that island. But again, I can't do a whole lot more to prove my point, except for this. And I do plan on going back up there. We hung a life preserver up in the tree on Sheephead Key, but I want to go back up there and put something a lot more reflective, even if I've got to go by an old mirror. I just don't want to put glass up there. Maybe I can find a plastic mirror or something I can put up there, but put it on a stake to where I can kind of reflect the light, and then that way when I'm at Pine Island, on another good visibility day.
Just a whisker. And there's this edge here. Okay. The camera. And there's the land that's out there, folks. It's distorted right now, but it is land. Move my camera here. There's one of the islands. More land beyond. Other island. More land beyond. And I will increase my height. Channel marker way out there towards Chassahowiska. And there's this edge here. Sure. Sure the sun ain't reaching down here. Alright, so pizza. Another one. Two, three. Okay. Okay, we're up here in towards Crystal River or Chassahowiska, and I got these islands that I filmed, and they're not on the right angle, but this is one of them. And I'm going to try to get on the right angle. There's one, and there's one. And we're going to get on the right angle to see if we can't show that these are the islands, and then we're going to go over there and get their GPS location. And you can see land beyond it. And again, these are other islands that are being kind of blocked off, but I think I'm catching that one too. Okay, but just making a quick check. Also, maybe I can get down here. We're moving, so get down here and maybe film where Pine Island's at. Pine Island's somewhere in there. See the houses. So we're over there somewhere. And again, this is stuff that's all being cut off, all this, because this is the shoreline. And again, we're going to get on the right angle to catch this and maybe even part of the power plant. But don't forget, we're closer, so it's going to change our line of perspective, or the size of these islands. It will block out more behind it because they're going to be bigger. Plain and simple. Okay. I'm gonna try to shut it off when we get to the right angle here. Wow, man, it's changing everything the way I'm looking at it, but we'll see. Let's see if we can get on that right angle, Cass. Okay, I'm gonna try to get the GPS coordinates from where we're at right now. If it don't read it, I'm gonna say it out loud. And we're kind of like in between Pine Island, well, closer to the islands that I filmed from Pine Island, but we're not in the on the right angle. But we stopped here because we can see the power plant with our naked eye. The coordinates are 28 degrees, 37.615 north, 082 degrees, 40.525 west. So those are the coordinates that we're at right now. And I'm gonna hit these islands that I think I'm hitting or filming. Well, not that I think. These are the islands that are between Pine Island and Chassahowiska, where I filmed from. And you can see there's some mirroring effect going on further back there. But other than that, this is pretty cool. And I'm using the B700 for this footage. There's a boat there. Too bad I wasn't at Pine Island filming him. But we're going to go over there and get the coordinates to these islands too. Let me see if I can't steady myself up here for the power plant.
Okay, it's obvious. Boat's moving. I'm hand holding the camera, trying to get a good zoom on this. But you also notice that there's a lot of mirroring going on, at this particular angle, and that is part of the optical effects that occur that really do, actually does obstruct our visibility, our view. It's actually like the Riley's criterion when you have these objects getting so close together that you cannot resolve it and they just start blending into themselves. And that's what Riley's criterion's about. So, look into that. Look into the angular resolution of our eyes. And even up closer to me here, you can see this mirroring effect happening where, the boat's sitting there and you see some of this land. I know it's some rough footage, but this is part of my proof to show where my location was, GPS coordinates. I guess it's a lot of math if somebody wants to put the math together. But for me, I'm going to probably just make a video using my navigation maps. I measured out the distance to that Sheephead Island or Sheephead Key. And I do believe that's Sheephead Key right there. And we tied a life preserver to that island, an orange one. Maybe I'll be able to see it, but like I said, I do plan on going up there and putting something more reflective. But like I said, I don't want to put something up there that's kind of garbagey, and then I'll have to go back up there and pick it up, as long as somebody else don't swipe it. And somebody say, well, you're proving the Earth is curved because look at the power plants; they're below the curve. and they don't understand nothing about these effects, this mirroring effect, lensing, or magnification, because I guarantee you this is all playing a role. Even the angle of light, how the light's shining across the water, reflecting off the water, it's called light propagation. And right here, I kind of zoom back towards Pine Island to show that Pine Island's within my range too of seeing it. Maybe should have took a screenshot or two there, but you can see the houses along that edge. But this, again, this is the way I'm trying to show my proof of where I'm at, the distances that I'm going, and the angular resolution that I'm at. Even at a farther distance away in the very beginning, it really does show that I'm getting a better visibility than normal.
Hit zoom. There's our GPS location. And then I'm gonna show you that island. That island.
Yep, the only way that I can do this is by going up there and finding these islands and showing you where I'm actually at. Again, it's I'll tell you, I left yesterday at noon, and I didn't get home to eat my dinner until like 8:30. People don't realize how much work, how much time I put into doing these observations. And sometimes I really do feel like I am wasting my time because again, my videos are long, but how can I say it? It's my proof, I guess, maybe to myself. Even other flat earthers disagree with me. That's fine, because I don't always agree with them on some of the claims that they make. But obviously, I'm showing that there's land well beyond this, these islands, as I showed. So if Sheephead Key is 4.5 miles away, how far is this other land? And we know, well, I know, or anybody can find out how far away the power plant, the Crystal River power plant, is from Pine Island. It's 27 miles. And one night when I had some of the best visibility that I ever did, I took pictures of the Crystal River power plant, and you could very easily see a lot of the lights that are out there. Yes, it was still being blocked off by a little sliver of land that's there, and it could have even had a little magnification, but I really believe that I caught it at the best time I could. And again, here's a boat coming out of there. I change up some of the lighting on my camera so I can maybe bring out some of this a little bit better in this next part of the footage. And also I keep pointing my camera back down toward the south to show Pine Island, because that's what I was trying to do, is line myself up in the right position to show that I'm on the right angle, or trying to get the right angle.
Alright, see what happens. Turning down some of this light. Look at that. Trying to handhold this thing is tough. Wow. But I'm actually seeing the, wow, turning down that light. I had to turn it way way down to see that land, dude.
Okay, this little section here I slowed way down because I wanted to kind of point out approximately where I would be. Again, we got some mirroring going on. There's the Hernando Beach water tower. There's the little bay that shoots back in there, back towards Bayport. That's my little back cut when I come in here fishing. Yeah, I cut through these shallow waters. And then what I did was I took a screenshot so I could, point out and put an arrow here. Right there is approximately where I would be if I was filming. Maybe I'm not in the exact spot, but that's pretty close. I see the palm trees out there in Hernando Beach, or on the Pine Island Beach, I should say. And then you can see this mirroring effect occurring. But what was funny was later on in the day, we went back to the Hernando Beach Islands, and I turned around and filmed back towards Hernando or Pine Island, and really got some good footage. I could see the people walking around in the park. I could see the cars in the parking lot. And again, that's 4.84 miles. So our visibility got better as the day went on and the light changed its angle. It always is part of these effects that occur, these optical effects. And again, obviously there's land back here. Yes, it's in the mirror. It's getting mirrored. But again, like I say, these are some of the effects that block our vision. It obscures it. It hides it within its own reflection. Again, that's Raleigh's criterion. Definitely, when you're looking at angular resolution and your angle gets sharper and sharper, and your visibility is also hindered, because what I say, it's a combination of effects. It's just not one effect. You can have the mirroring and magnification at the same time, and this is what causes things to look like they get sunk down into that mirror. Also, if you walk into funhouse mirrors, you walk into a concave one, and you will literally squash down into your own reflection and vanish. I've showed that on my channel with a mirror that I made. It's like I'm about ready to I don't know, get back to my life and live my life like I want to, and let this go. Especially if YouTube kills all of our channel, deletes all of our channels, all of our work will be for nothing, people. Nothing. There was a few pictures we took. Of course, you see the boat with these giant people compared to Crystal River Power Plant. Way back there, folks. Way back there. All right, and then I got some audio coming back up again.
Okay, we're on what we think is I think it's the closest island. And what we're doing is we're hanging an old life preserver or a life jacket up in the trees. And hopefully I can film this thing from Pine Island or see it in the trees. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, depending on if the light hits it right or not. But we're going to give it a shot. And let me get the GPS coordinates for it. There's the GPS coordinates, if I can get it to come in here. There they are, you can pretty much see them. I'll say them though. 28 degrees, 38.025 north, 082 degrees, 40.675 west. Let's see if we can get on there again.
Picture of them, Dave.
What's that?
Let me take a picture of that.
Of the GPS coordinates? Yeah, I'm gonna. So here, I just took the coordinates to this island, and Then what I want to do is zoom in here to this land east of this island. I think I'm picking up this point right here. Where's that boat at? Okay. And that land. And there's the power plant. We're drifting in the boat, so excuse the... Wow, man, I got a good zoom if I could hold my camera steady.
Okay, wow, I don't even get paid for doing this, but not only did I spend 8.5 hours out here on the water, but gas, wear and tear on my boat, oil, you know, um, take the chance of ripping off my prop or hitting rocks, and again, I don't make no money off of this, but hey, I do it. I want to share it, but it doesn't seem to be getting shared too often or too much. That's why I think that, if YouTube deletes all of our flat earth channels, I'm just going to call it quits. Take what I got, know what I got. Obviously, again, you're seeing land well beyond these islands. And then we go to this other island next, and I get the coordinates for it. I think it's the second closest island that I'm filming. Um, but there could be another island that, I might be missing. But I know that that little one there isn't one. I think it's hiding behind one of the other islands from my angle. But here we go with the rest of the audio.
All right, hopefully I'll be able to see that. Wow, if I can see that, people, from Pine Island, at least we'll know which island it is. Again, I do believe this is called, well, it is called Sheephead Island. And then again, we're kind of on a different angle from everything, so everything's going to be perspective. All right, here's the second island, the second closest island. And then there's another island there, but we're going to go by this one. I'm maybe, what do you say, 200 feet away from it? 150 feet away from it on the west side of it. And here's my coordinates.
Again, people, judge for yourself. I'm not out here to tell anybody to believe me. I do this mainly to prove things for myself. I'm an average guy, avid fisherman. Again, I fished this area quite a bit for 20 something years. So I know this area very well. Again, take it as it is. Decide for yourself what I'm showing. Especially, like I say, visibility is key. Without visibility, you get all this mirroring, and it does block everything out.